What's going on, friends? What's going on, family? What's going on, my people? Thank you for clicking on my video. I decided to put this video together because you know what? The government has let us down yet again. Our people over there on the East Coast really suffering. They lost everything. Our people in Hawaii, same situation. None of this is natural. Just a couple of months ago, check it out. Don't forget about this. They had 60 tornadoes in a 2-day time span. That is not natural, y'all. That is not natural. And you know what? They act like they don't care. And they show they don't care because they only offering $750 to our people. These are tax-paying citizens. These are people who lost family members out there. I was just out there not too long ago. $750, but you know what? They do got money for this. Check it out. $1,400 a month on debit cards for the people that didn't even put in on this, right? That's more than people making on food stamps. Read it right here. This is not cool, y'all. This is not cool. So I decided to put this video together. Just a couple of tips, things that we can do ourselves to better prepare ourselves in case anything happened on our end. Because no matter where you live at in this country, something could happen to one of us. Now what they're saying is it could take months before they get the power back on over there back on the East Coast. A lot of families affected by this. They have no money, they say, to give to these people to turn the power back on or get help that they need. But they do have money for all these wars that we didn't ask to be in, right? They do got billions of dollars for Ukraine and Israel, right? They got all the money in the world for all of that, right? But when we need the help, they ain't all of a sudden, they ain't got time for us. So I put this video together. I hope that it's informational. One thing we have to realize is no electricity sometimes means no clean water. If you get your water source from one of these right here, these are pump booster stations. They require electricity to pump the water to your house so you have clean drinking water. So here's my first tip. What you want to do right now is get your money out of these small regional banks right now. Get your money out of these small banks. Take a look. Almost 300 banks are at risk of failure right now. 2 of the biggest banks went down last year, and the FDIC insurance could barely cover just those 2 banks. I know they big banks, but guess what? If these banks go down right here, FDIC insurance don't have enough to cover everybody. Even if you are under the $250,000 limit, it's not enough money in that insurance bucket to go around for everybody. So get out of these small regional banks. Here's the second tip. Carry some cash on hand. It ain't got to be a whole lot, but carry some cash in your house or somewhere. Stash that cash. You want some cash because with all these hacks that are going on right now, like we just saw the other day, right? Take a look. Bank of America, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo got hacked. Customers seeing a zero balance, right? So people were literally at the gas station trying to get gas and people trying to get groceries. Nope, zero balance. But you know what was showing the balance? The bills, though. If you had a loan, if you had any bills due, those numbers were still showing. But your balance was at zero. So keep some cash on hand just for a rainy day. You never know when you're going to need it. So speaking about bank failures, I got personal experience with a bank failure. About 5 months ago, my bank went down. And to this day, they still haven't paid me back my money. So if you have your money in these small regional banks, you want to get it out and get it into a bigger bank. Here's a third tip. Get yourself some canned food. Get yourself some pastas. Get yourself some beans and some rice. You want some non-perishable food. You want to stock up on that right now. Don't wait till something happens in your area. Don't wait till a disaster strikes. Get it right now. Get yourself a little 5-gallon bucket with a lid. Make sure you got it real safe. Put it somewhere dark so it don't go bad on you. But you want to stock up on non-perishable items right now before a big rush happens. Another thing you want to get your money invested into is one of these. Get yourself a water tester. This is a TDS, Total Dissolved Solids. Test your drinking water. If you have a little bit more money on hand, you want to get one of these right here. This is called a fluoride checker. You want to test your water for fluoride, y'all. Fluoride is in everything. It's in the mouthwash. It's in the toothpaste. It's in the air. It's in the food. It's in the drinking water. It's everywhere. And it's so detrimental to our cognitive abilities, especially for kids. Because adults, at least we could shed off about 50% of that fluoride. But for children, it's only about 20%. That means 80% is all in their body floating around, and it accumulates in their brain. It's something that they don't want to tell you, but it is the truth. Tip number 4, get yourself some vitamin D. Vitamin D is everywhere outside. You want to be out in the sun, get yourself some sun love, get yourself to the beach, do what you got to do. A lot of times we don't get enough vitamin D because you might work indoors, so get you some supplements, get you some ADK supplements. You want to get you some ADK. That vitamin D is vital. Read what it says. Vitamin D is crucial to the development of T cells. You got to get your T cells up because your T cells is what's going to help you fight the infection. It's going to help you fight the viruses. So you got to get your vitamin D in order to get your T cells. The next thing you could do right now is get physical books on hand. The two that stood out to me is the Disaster Ready Home and the Bug Out. You want to get some physical books because if they're talking about the grid going down, obviously you're not going to have access to the internet. You're not going to have power if the grid goes out, right? So you want to get physical books on hand. Before the power goes out, though, what you can do is download important videos. Get yourself a memory card. Get yourself a little terabyte. Get yourself something to download important videos right now. How to change your oil. How to make natural home remedy medications. Something along those lines so that way you don't get caught slipping when the power goes out. The reason why you want to do that right now because what they're saying, I know it sounds crazy, but this is from the horse's mouth. Lawmakers want government to promote the use of digital IDs. Check it out, how a national digital ID system could improve the internet. So what does that mean? Well, they tell you what they mean by that. Take a look. Congress wants participation in digital identity ecosystems. They want every American to prove who they are online. Now think about that for a second. What does that mean? How do you prove who you are online? Well, you're going to have to log in. What they're talking about is a driver's license to get on the internet. So download important videos right now because when the grid goes down and come back up, it might not be the same internet. And that ties right into what they are already doing in China. They have something called the social credit scores, right? Social credit scores. If anybody's seen Black Mirror before, literally you have a social credit score. Check it out. It says infractions on the left side and then you have the punishments on the right side, right? So something as simple as not, going to pick up your takeout food, after you order it, you get dinged for that, right? Criticizing the CCP, which is the Chinese government, you get dinged for that, right? Jaywalking. Who ain't jaywalk? I jaywalk everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be dinged left and right. But check out the punishments. They're going to slow your internet down. You're banned from applying for credit cards, right? You're banned from catching a train. You're banned from buying a house, right? It's literally a Black Mirror episode with this social credit score. China's already doing it, and they're trying to bring that to America. So thank y'all for tuning into my video. I hope it was very informational to you. I had a great time putting it together. I hope everybody on the East Coast and anybody that's affected by these storms, I hope you guys get back on your feet. Just a little side note, look up Operation Popeye. These are not natural storms that we are dealing with. Look up Operation Popeye. I'm going to leave it at that. I got some other videos coming out where I'll go deeper into detail about it. But just do yourself a favor. Look up Operation Popeye. Google it. Just Google it. Thank y'all. Peace out. Thank you, friends, family, and my people.